Did you know that trauma can change the way your DNA functions without altering its code? This is called epigenetics, and it's one of the most fascinating ways that our bodies adapt to the experiences we go through. So, how does this work? Well, epigenetics involves modifications on your DNA or the proteins associated with it. These modifications act like switches that turn genes on or off, depending on what's happening in your environment. But here's the kicker. Trauma, whether it's physical like a car accident or psychological like chronic stress or PTSD, can actually cause these switches to flip in ways that can have lasting effects. One of the most common types of epigenetic changes is DNA methylation. This is where chemical tags called methyl groups attach to specific sites on your DNA. When you experience trauma, stress hormones like cortisol can affect this methylation process, changing which genes are turned on or off. For example, imagine the genes that regulate your body's stress response, like the ones managing cortisol itself. In some cases, people who go through severe trauma show changes in the methylation of these genes. This could lead to an overactive stress response, or, on the flip side, a weakened ability to manage stress, both of which can have serious effects on your health. But the story doesn't stop there. These epigenetic changes can be long-lasting, sometimes even for a lifetime. And here's something even more surprising. They might not only affect you. In some cases, these changes can be passed down to your children and even your grandchildren. This is called transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. It means that trauma you experience today could leave marks on your DNA that affect your descendants. This discovery has huge implications for how we think about health, trauma, and inheritance. We're only just beginning to scratch the surface of how experiences, both good and bad, can shape us, not just psychologically, but genetically.